Hey YouTube, welcome to Sunkerns Lab. Today I have an NU battle on Pokemon Showdown. I'm pretty sure that I showcased this team multiple times. I'm pretty sure I did a PO live with it. And a motorcycle's going by my house apparently. I literally am 20 seconds into this video and we're already starting with the loud vehicles going by my house, so this is looking promising. Anyway, I've showcased this team multiple times. Basically it's a Dwebble. It's a level 1 Dwebble, which is, basically gets up rocks, a layer of spikes, maybe 2 layers of spikes, and then I have 2 ghost types to spin block, and then I hope to either sweep late game with Pinsir, Lanoon, or my Fracture. So that's pretty much the idea of the team. It's not really too great of a team, but in case you haven't seen it in my other videos, that's pretty much how it works. My opponent, however, has a pretty threatening team. Pretty much everything on his team is a threat. I can't... yeah, everything on his team is a threat, basically. The things that I'm worried about most, though, are the Fracture. If he sets up, if he somehow has the opportunity to set up 2 Dragon Dances, he could possibly sweep me. And the Exeggutor, because it could get really, really annoying if he's able to get up a sub and start sleep powdering stuff and whatnot. So those are my main worries right now. So what I'm actually going to do is expect him to lead off with his Exeggutor to put something to sleep, since he doesn't have any hazards. I'm going to lead off with my Pinsir, but he's actually going to lead with his Liepard, which is pretty surprising to me because Liepard is usually a late game annoyance more than a lead. So I'm going to switch out. I don't want to get Thunder Wave. They're predicting this to be the Nasty Plot. I'm predicting this to be the Swagger Encore set, but he turns out to have Substitute. He'll go for Substitute the first turn, and then Nasty Plot. So I know that he's not the Thunder Waving set and whatnot, but I still can't really go into my Pinsir right now because I need to break that sub first. But I went to my double, set up the Stealth Arcs, I went for the Nasty Plot. He ends up encoring me in. I definitely should have seen that coming, but I was actually more or less expecting him to carry the Dark and the Fighting type stab, so whatever. It's not really a big deal though, because now I'm able to just switch out of my Dwebble, go into my Haunter, and for some reason I assumed that my Haunter would be faster. It was kind of stupid of me. I am Specs Haunter, not Scarfed or anything, so I had no real reason to think I was faster. I just completely spaced it out. So I basically went into my Haunter, lost that thing without really any reason, because I had a lot of other options. So my Haunter's dead, which is pretty unfortunate because I could have definitely used him later on, especially to possibly switch in on some of those normal type moves from the Braviary. But anyway, I go into my Lanoon, go for the Extreme Speed just to break the sub, because I absolutely have to get rid of this Liepard. He's going to take me out of the Dark Pulse, obviously. Lanoon is pretty frail, and he's at +4, so I had no chance of living that. And I'm finally able to get a free switch into my Pinsir. Go for the X-Scissor. I'm definitely going to be faster since I'm Scarfed, and he's definitely going to get 1 hit. And I know for a fact he doesn't have anything to hit me with, so, or anything to really hurt me with other than Dark Pulse, and I'm going to be faster, so not an issue. So I'm able to take out that Liepard after it takes out 2 of my Pokemon for basically free. And then he brings in his Braviary. I don't want to stay in, even though I'm at the +1 attack. I know I'm not going to be able to take this thing out in 1 X-Scissor regardless, so I'm going to switch into my Dwebble, use this thing as death fodder, and basically wear this Braviary down to pretty much dead by the time that this Dwebble switches out. I mean, I could have gone for a Spike here, but I figured that I'm going for the Toxic and then following that up on the next turn with a Protect would be my best bet, because I might be able to get this Braviary killed if he goes for the Brave Bird. If I can get a little bit more recoil on him, but he ends up going for the return. The Toxic is wearing down on him, his Life Orb is going to wear down on him when he hits me on the next turn, so I'm just basically going to let him kill himself to recoil and Toxic, and he's going to have a little bit of health left, which is not really a big deal because I don't really mind, and it does give me a free switch into my Drifblim, which is the Flare Boost set. It's not the Acrobatics Unburden set, so I'm able to go for the Thunderbolt, get my Flame Orb activated, which boosts my special attack by 50%. It's basically the equivalent of a Choice Specs boost, except obviously I have the freedom to switch moves. So he brings in his Glaceon, possibly specially defensive, thinking he could take a Hidden Power Fighting, but after that Flare boost, it's not going to happen. So Glaceon goes down to 1 Hidden Power Fighting, which I was kind of surprised about, But I'm thinking maybe it was more offensive because I don't think a specially defensive Glaceon would have gotten taken out. But not a big deal because he's just going to bring in his Fracture on the next turn. I know I can't kill him with any move. I'm really dealing. My only hope is to get a crit if I want to stay alive. But I obviously don't get a crit because, I mean, he actually crits me, which is kind of ironic. But I don't get a crit. He does get a crit. His crit didn't matter, I'm pretty sure. And because he locked himself to Outrage, I'm pretty much guaranteed to win at this point because I can go for the X-Scissor on his Fracture, take him out, get the Moxie boost, and all he has to switch into my Pinsir now, being that he only has Executor, and Regice left, he can only really switch into his Regice because Execute is obviously Executor. Is going to get one hit by an X-Scissor no matter what attack stat I'm at, no matter what boost I have. So yeah, he brings in his Regice. I know from prior experience that Pinsir can live any one hit from Regice. So you know, I take the Ice Beam relatively well. It's not, I don't really take it all that well, but I take it well enough where I can easily live it, go for the second X-Scissor, get my second attack boost, and take out the Executor on the next turn for the pretty decent 2-0 victory. So that's pretty much the game. It wasn't the closest match in the world. Pinsir was pretty much my win condition from the start, which is why I was very cautious and not letting it get Thunder Waved at first turn by the Liepard, because if I did get it Thunder Waved, there was a possibility that I could have lost, because obviously Liepard easily could have ravaged my team if my Pinsir wasn't able to take it out. So I had to make sure that thing was alive, and I knew that I would be able to sweep with, if I got rid of the Braviary, I'd be able to sweep with X-Scissor, and if I got rid of the Executor, I'd be able to sweep with Close Combat. So I knew for a fact that my Pinsir was my win condition, so had to keep that thing alive for the rest of the match till the end, and I did. So that's pretty much the end of this battle. I don't really know what else to say about it. I guess it wasn't really a long battle or anything, but I consider it a pretty decent battle. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to click the buttons on your screen. The previous video button will bring you to my last Pokemon Showdown battle. The next video button will bring you to the next one when it's uploaded. And the subscribe button will bring you to my channel to subscribe. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.